Welcome, everybody, to Around the League, RTTSB. This is episode 3. This is going to be our playoff edition special here. I am your host and your wonderful commissioner, DHC52. I am joined once again by Mr. Ballgame, one of our co-commissioners here in RTTSB. How you doing this evening, Ballgame?
Shit, like I told you, a whole lot better than I was last night. That's for sure,
Yeah,
man.
my boy was out there seeing double.
Yeah, I was in the hurt locker, man. These colonoscopy processes, getting ready, the prep is no joke, bro. Like, and this one in particular just seemed to be so much more demanding. And it took
Yeah,
a lot out of me. Yeah, like I said, the sooner you stop eating, the easier the process is for them, for the doctors. But it's just brutal on the body, man. And when I sat down yesterday to I'm gonna talk about it. When I sat down yesterday to play my division mate, the Giants, man, I was seeing double, bro. I was like, man, I don't know. I didn't know what buttons I was pushing. My son was sitting here. He was talking to me at the same time. He was like, "Dad, you okay?" I was like, "Nah, bro." But you know what I'm saying? We in it now. You feel me? And the
yeah.
defense, I held up. I tried. I mean, defensively, you know what I'm saying? He only scored 10 points, which the defense showed up, but I couldn't get anything offensively going because I just I couldn't focus. I
That was
couldn't.
a defensive battle, which, I mean, props off to both of you for playing really good defensive games, which that kind of segues into the year of the upsets here in the
Yeah,
playoffs, man. Cowboys getting past who did he beat in the first round?
Seahawks
Seahawks, yeah, Seahawks. Cowboys
put
getting past the Seahawks. You
a
had
donut on him too.
yeah, 23 to I think
Twen-
23 to nothing.
Nothing. Yeah,
Zero in the playoffs is something we don't see that often. And then you had Colts beating RJ today. That was a big upset. Which me and you were talking before we went live about the desyncs. That's the second one we've had, and typically that desync favors
the
the
team
guy.
that wasn't winning.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep. And then you had the real surprising one, which Colts beating the RJ was surprising to me. But I do know Colts is a very, I mean, especially about the game of football, he's very knowledgeable. So I can
hmm
almost kind of see it a little bit. I was not familiar with the Dolphins game. I knew he was good. I knew he was good. But him beating Raiders like that, I mean, 28-12, but that was very shocking to me. And I tip my hat, take it off. Shout out to N Ash, our Dolphins user, because that dude fought with a subpar team against Raiders and beat him, and then fought his ass off against Jax and
Jax.
didn't beat him, but gave Jax a hell of a game. I mean, I know the score probably doesn't look that way, but I mean, he held his own. So
Yep.
hats off to that Dolphins user, man. I really think he might be a problem next year in Madden 25.
I just sent you something. Check it on your phone. I just sent you something in your DM. But yeah, he's definitely a solid user, man. He's definitely solid, balanced. You know what I'm saying? Passes when he needs to pass, and is gonna run the ball in between the tackles to get outside, do all those different things. So yeah, sometimes you just gotta stay and stick to your game plan. And
Mm-hmm.
he did an amazing job of doing that.
He
So
did, and we're in year 6, and you know we've got some new users in here. Turnover this year has been minimal
yeah,
in this league. I think we've gotten to the point where we have our core group, and I think we've gotten to the point where our 32 now. We I don't see us having a lot of turnover. Look who it is, guys. That's everybody's favorite user. Hello,
Jack,
I'm live on the podcast right now, dog. I no, actually, I don't. The casino is not in the plans. All right, see, dog.
you going gambling?
He said, so you don't want to go to the casino? So not necessarily. Um, what was I even saying before he
Is
called?
Jack's married?
No, he is not.
Oh, well, yeah, he can go. He can go hang out at the casino as much as he wants. Yeah.
We had a span there for I think it was last year. We would I mean just at the wild because I mean the casino from us is like an hour and a half from here,
Okay.
so it's not far. So it'd be like 8, 9 o'clock. We'd head up there and gamble for 2, 3 hours, come back home. But that's fun. That's a fun time, man. I enjoy the blackjack table. I'm guilty. Um, but our final four, you got Jags versus Colts, and then Bears versus Giants. I know the Bears Giants game is not going to take place until Sunday night.
I got a lot of admiration and a lot of respect for the Bears user, but I'm gonna go with my division mate because I know that him having to go through me and play me twice a year is preparing him to be able to play with anybody. So, and the fact that what I'm saying his game is really one that's predicated a lot on the same principles of things that I like to do. So he likes to look. He likes. He. I don't. I can't stand. I can't stand them safeties in the box. You know what I'm saying? What linebackers supposed to be, but it's to each his own for that, I guess. But
Yep.
aside from that, we know each other too well. I think sometimes, so that's why our games can go back and forth and be really weird. But I do wish I could have yesterday back because uh, it was not supposed to go down the way it went. That's for sure. You know who you didn't talk about?
What's that?
Ant.
And
Yeah.
that game, I did not, and I put out my playoff picks on the YouTube page so everybody knows my bracket. I had Ant. I think I had Ant in the conference championship game with you.
Did. We did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that surprised me very much. I mean, Cowboys played a great game. His tight end system is
Annoying. It's annoying as hell. That's what it is.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about it. It's hella annoying.
Keep it a buck. It is annoying. That dude's got 3 tight ends that are great. That could be starters on any other team in this league. But that game surprised me. I thought it'd be close, but I didn't think that the Cowboys would pull ahead. So hats off to him. Ant's one of our better users in the playoffs every year, that kind of thing. So shout out to the Cowboys. And I think was Cowboys 7 seed.
He was.
Yeah. So he squeaked in at the 7 seed. I think he missed it last year, so he squeaked back in this year.
Well, if someone had done what they were supposed to do administratively, he wouldn't have ever got in because he got a win against me that he wasn't supposed to get.
He's looking at you, Cards. I ain't gonna say it, but he's looking straight at you.
He messed himself up, long teaser, but he messed himself up. Had that forced win gone the way it was supposed to have gone to me, he would have been in. He would have been in the playoffs.
Well, since we're just kind of keeping it a book here, Cards, if you would have handled business against these Rams, you'd have been in too. I'm just saying. I don't know who said it. Maybe it was me. I don't know. I just would like everybody to know. I take great pride in knowing that the Cards is not in this playoffs.
Not in the playoffs.
Because of this guy right here. Will Levis, 4-0 as a Rams quarterback. Book it.
That's what's up.
And I signed him next year. Man, he didn't want no money. He wanted like $4.5 million.
That's it?
That's all he wanted.
Oh, wow.
But yeah. Come on back to these Rams. I got you. I'll run with you. Oh, man. Well, out of the final four, what do you think it's going to be?
I'm calling Giants Titans.
Giants Titans. I like that.
Yeah. I think the Colts, unless he's figured out how to get Jax out of his head, he gonna let Jax talk him into a corner. You know what I mean? He got it's one thing to be talking in the chat, but like I haven't seen anything that he's put in the chat or he said that makes me feel like he can beat Jax straight up. You feel me? And you gotta have that. You gotta have some swag. Even if you don't believe it, you gotta act like you believe it. You feel me?
Yeah.
And I know Jax is good at playing mind games and this, that, and the third, but his system is his system. And even when he's down, because Dolphins had him on the ropes. He had him on the ropes, and then he threw those 2 red zone interceptions that turned the tide because he was going each time he was moving the ball prolifically down the field, got into the red zone, and then threw those picks, and then stalled out his drive. Obviously, Jax went down and scored, and then it was pretty much a wrap after that.
Yep.
So, got to make him fight uphill. Can't have Jax punching down on you. You gotta get him on his back.
Yeah.
then you stand a chance. But I haven't seen. Taking out RJ might be because if it wasn't for the coach, then if RJ had one, that I was gonna say it was gonna be Giants Browns.
See, I think if RJ would have won, I had RJ and Jax in the conference championship game, and I just think that Jax is a sponge, and he learns and everything. I think he would have got him this year. That's my opinion. Maybe it's a little biased on my part to say that, but the Colts Titans game might be an interesting one. I can see that game going two ways. I don't think it's going to be, like a 28-14 game. I think it's going to be a 3-point ball game, or it's going to be a blowout.
Yep.
I don't know which one it's going to be. It is we have had the upset year here, so anything can happen at this point. I really don't even want to make a prediction on anything, but if I had to, I'm going to mirror what you said, Titans, Giants, I think. Bears has a good showing. He's going to have to pass the ball a little bit better, I think.
He gonna have to figure out something, though, because the Giants, when they played earlier in the season, beat up on him pretty good.
Did he? I didn't know he played this season.
Yeah, he played him, and he beat up on him pretty good. So whether it's a mental thing that he's got to get past or whatever it is, in order for him to beat my division mate, he got to be the best version of himself, because dude is going to do a lot of things similar to what I do, but he's got his own niche of things that are just going to frustrate. I don't like taking the checkdowns. Giants will take the checkdowns all day if you give them to him. And that cover two, with the saying the middle linebacker running up the middle third, and the cover two sinks, that he know how to beat all that stuff. Me personally, I always want to go deep. I want to get it out of the way. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and those guys that'll take the checkdowns, just the 2-3 yard passes, those are, have proven to be dangerous folks, because they'll lull you to sleep.
Right.
And then they'll hit you over
the top. Right.
Yeah. I mean, those guys that, play action boot with, it's all play action crossers, everybody's going deep all the time. And I say that looking damn well at Sean John, because he does it all the damn time. That boy does not know how to run the ball, throw a 5-yard slant or nothing. It's a streak or it's nothing.
Yep.
Which I'm excited for that. He's in my division next year, so we'll see how that goes.
Oh yeah, he's taking those Cardinals.
Yeah, he's taking those Cardinals. So we'll see. That might be a battle over there. I don't know. I beat him in the playoffs. He hasn't done much against me. I'm just saying. I'm in a riled up mood this evening, ball game.
It should be interesting, man, going into this next season. I'm gonna be honest with you. My biggest thing right now is I want to see who's still gonna be king shit without them abilities.
It's going to be an interesting season next year. I think we're going to see some guys rise and some guys fall. I think we're going to see some guys that aren't normally in that upper echelon conversation who might take a big step in that next year.
Right. I pride myself on being a purist of the game, so a lot of the combinations of different abilities my guys have don't necessarily change. Like I don't even freeform. I'm still on the classic mode, so
I'm not on classic. I have the ability to freeform. I don't do it a lot because I don't do it well.
Well, for me, I feel like I can get enough English on the ball when I throw with the joystick, which is the old school way of doing it. And when I need a pass, I think when I'm highly dialed in, I got some what the what's going on with my things? Oh, I got some passes that I know without freeform ain't gonna change one thing or another for me. So, and
those guys who can do it and do it well, though, it does take your passing game from here to up here. RJ is a freeform master. Like he does it well, especially on those corner routes. I mean, he just knows where to perfectly put that ball. I've tried it, and sometimes I can pull it off, and sometimes it gets me into troubles, or I throw the ball way out of bounds.
Yeah.
It's not something that I sit there and lab and practice a lot. I don't play Madden outside of playing my league games. So I'm not in there practicing all the time, and maybe I should get a little bit better at it. But I'm a runner of the football. That's what I do well. So that's what I'm going to continue to do. I've got, I signed David Ali. I don't know. I think the first name's David. I don't know. That boy had 30 carries, about $180 in his debut. That to my boy. So it's going to be interesting though. I think. Let's see. It's going to be probably. Let's look at the calendar here.
So they'll play the NFC Championship Sunday.
NFC Championship won't play till Sunday night. So hopefully the Super Bowl will get played that night. If it is, we'll have the off season on Monday. I don't like that, but I'll try to give everybody an opportunity. I will stay in free agency probably from like 9 in the morning all the way to about 7 at night to just give everybody a chance, and then we'll fly through 2 and 3 in about 30 minutes apiece, and then do the draft around 9 or so. That kind of thing. That way,
it don't matter one way or another to me. I ain't got no money, so
I don't have much, but I got a few holes I need to fill.
Yeah, anything I get gonna have to come from the draft because I have $0. I'm losing 9 players. 9 players that can go possibly be instant plug-in starters on some other teams. So if y'all out there, watch what happens after we go to re-sign. They're gonna be gone. But I can't afford them. So
yeah, my thing is I'm just gonna have to sign some role players, some backups just to fill out my roster. I think I've got 10, 15 mil, and I'll probably restructure a few guys just to, I'm gonna lose some offensive linemen, so I'm gonna have to get some.
I'm 19 million in the hole right now, and it's gonna jump up to an additional. That's probably, I think it's like 26, 27 million. I'm gonna be in the hole. I have just enough with the change over the signed rookies, and that's it. Nothing else from free agency. So the roster even gonna be light because I only got 7 picks, but I'm losing 9 players, and I'm already 2 players shy of the 53. So I couldn't afford to sign anybody.
Yeah.
The computer did me a favor by giving me a backup quarterback, and they forced him on the roster. I couldn't sign him, but the computer forced him on the roster.
I gotta have that backup, man.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, for these Rams, it's going to be Will Levis and C.J. Peters next year under center. I mean, hopefully Will Levis don't get hurt, but that's my boy. We're going to roll with him for the rest of the thing. The Josh Allen experiment didn't work. We're not going to do that no more.
You sent a lot. You sent a lot to get that man too.
I sent 3 firsts, 3 seconds, and 2 thirds.
Yeah. What about him? You didn't like? What happened?
It's really not him. It was more me. Josh Allen, the player, is great. He does everything you want him to do. I'm just, like I said just a few minutes ago, I'm not a passer, so I don't have that need for that elite. And when I have that, I force the ball down the field so much, and I throw stupid turnovers because I think Josh can make those throws, and when in reality he probably can, but I'm just making the wrong reads because I'm trying to force it down the field like that. And
I said that when you said you was going to get him. I was like, you're not even a passer.
You did.
Remember?
Yep. You did. You tried to save me from myself. I did not listen, and it shows in the last few games that I played with Will Levis. He had 130 QBR, and against the Cardinals, he threw for 320 and 4 touchdowns, and I wasn't forcing the ball down the field. I think I had a pick or 2 in that game, but
right.
It was good. It was good plays by Cards there, like user plays. So not nothing necessarily I'm mad about. So, that when I can play off the run and do that kind of thing, that's what I'm gonna do.
That's what's up.
It was a dumb experiment. Everybody knows me. I'm the guy who trades for the 99 overall player, and it doesn't work out ever.
I can tell you right now, man, I only got one trade I want to make next year, and it's with whoever has the Eagles.
I saw that. My brain's racking on who that could be. Who you want?
Ain't nobody special. He's not special. It's just a player that I have every CFM. So
I got you. You have him this year?
I do.
Ah.
I do. Yep. I built him to be a monster.
Linebacker.
He is indeed. Yeah.
Part of the ball game Hall of Fame. Get them linebackers in there. Oh man. Looking at the calendar, we with the timing of the next season, that's going to be July. So let's just say we start July, what is that, second, third? We may get another. I mean, we're going to get another full season in, but that second, we may not get two more. So it may be a situation where if everybody just wants to keep playing, we'll start that next season and we'll play until the next Madden comes out. If not, we'll shut it down for about a week or so. Kind of depends on what everybody wants to do. It's kind of hard to get the timing right to get, one season ends, next Madden begins.
Yeah, I got a couple trips up. I got a couple trips coming up that are gonna definitely take me.
Yeah.
Right as the end of July, going back into the first part of August. So I'm gonna be my wife is on my biscuit about these travel plans we made. So that's definitely gonna keep me from being able to do a second final season. So
and next season very well may be our final season. I mean, your seasons last about a month or so I would expect next season to end somewhere in that August 4th, 5th, 6th range, somewhere in there. So you're talking from that point, you're talking like 9-10 days before the next Madden comes
out. Yeah.
It's
a good break.
Yeah, a little 9-10 day break there. I bought the bundle.
So you got the NCAA. So you got the college game and Madden.
Yeah, and I'll get it 3 days early. So I'll get the game. I'll set the league up, and as people get the game, they can funnel in and go ahead and claim their teams and that sort of thing. So hopefully, and I say this, praying that EA knows what they're doing, that we don't have any major glitches being me creating the league that early.
I always wait for that first update. Because there's always going to be one.
Yeah.
It never fails every year. So, but it gives guys you can always do a trial one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that may be what we have to do. We'll play until a glitch happens, which I don't think this year we had any major ones really.
No. The only thing you really be really waiting on is that final roster after that third preseason game.
Yeah.
And then by that time, it's just tough sometimes to get guys to want to. They pick up a player, and that player signs somewhere else, and nobody wants them. Then you have to just know up front, we're not going to be doing that. You just
I mean, once we claim teams, once I create the league, the rosters are what the rosters are, which as good as well as I do. Everybody's going to put their stamp on their own roster, so it's not like they're going to roll with the stock whoever they have.
I pretty much do.
Well, you do, but
I'm only grabbing one player. I mean, I'm just gonna make a trade for one player. So, if dude don't trade him to me, then it is what it is.
Yeah, but I mean, to be fair though, you're one of the few that do it.
Yeah,
really one of the few that do it. I'm probably gonna, kind of model you a little bit on that one. I ain't gonna make many trades next year. I got myself into trouble with some draft picks this year on that. I traded. I don't think anybody. I don't know if anybody remembers, but I did trade for Myles Garrett too when I had the Colts.
Yeah, I remember that.
And fully expecting him to be a fire breather, then he comes out and does 5 sacks for me in 1 year.
And
Waddle, I'll stand 10 toes on the Waddle trade.
I was just pointing out. I was just pointing out the trades that
Oh yeah, I traded for Waddle. I also traded for Swell, or however you say his name.
Swell, yeah.
That was probably the best trade I made all year.
Yeah, one of the top linemen in the game. I'm surprised dude even let him go. There'll be no way if I get a team that has a traded lineman. Question. So are we doing this no ability thing is just for this next season, or is that what we're gonna carry into 25?
So depending on how it goes next season will depend on if we carry it into 25.
These dudes ain't gonna. These dudes gonna be whining the thing.
But the way that the vote went, I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be fine. I don't think it's going to be anything that everybody everybody hates. So
to kind of be like the devil's advocate though. I think the vote really went the way it went because of the fact that there are some people playing with teams that aren't as built as the ones of the people that said um, keep them. You feel me?
Yeah.
And without the abilities, it kind of evens the playing field a little bit more, and gives the guys that took teams that aren't as developed as the ones that do have a lot of abilities.
Yeah.
So I think
And,
that's
it may be a situation to where we bring abilities back, but we limit, like, both of your edges can't have edge threat, that kind of thing. You can only have one ability. Like, I mean, multiple receivers can't have. I don't know exactly how to do it.
it's tough.
It's tough when you talk about the abilities and trying to limit, because they're great. There are some game breaking ability. Pass committed is probably one of the most game breaking edge abilities there is, because if you guess pass and it's correct, he's going to win that 100% of the time, pretty much. And
didn't know that.
Yeah. If you have, I don't know the exact numbers on it, but if you have a defensive lineman who has pass committed, and you guess pass correctly, he's going to win his one-on-one matchup 80-90% of the time.
Wow.
So, I mean, it's like an automatic block shed. It's that quick. Just like run committed is. If you have a defensive lineman with run committed and you guess run correctly, he's gonna win his one-on-one matchup. If you double him, that takes that out of the equation a little bit. But
right.
if he's one-on-one, he's gonna win that matchup 80-90% of the time.
They just taught me something I didn't know.
I learned it last year, man, when I had Von Miller on the Bills. He had pass committed, and it was pretty OP when I would guess pass correctly. I mean, you get somebody into a 3rd and 15 situation, and you
got to pass.
Yeah. So, and if he runs, okay, get your 10 yards.
10 yards.
So,
wow. Okay.
I hope it goes well with the no abilities. I really do. I hope it's something that we can continue to roll through. I think the sliders will have to be adjusted a little bit to account for that.
Right.
But, it's something that I can work for. I'm looking for some no ability sliders. You would be amazed that is a very hard thing to find. Nobody plays with no abilities.
Because everybody's out here. Yeah, everybody's on the mutt. They're on the mutt train.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And you gotta think about the demo. I mean, you gotta think about the age difference between a lot of players too. Like I'm probably the oldest cat in the league right now.
We were talking about that the other day.
And I play. I've been playing I've been playing Madden since '92.
Yeah.
You feel me? Long before a lot of people ever even thought of. And that's when the real stick work. You know what I mean? Like you had to really, really know what you were doing, and you didn't have all these, all these options to have abilities and all those things. But if you know football, you can play Madden. If you don't know football, then the abilities kind of mask a lot of stuff that you don't know, because all you gotta do is just push a button and the players kind of do stuff for themselves.
Yeah, you can kind of tell who knows how to read a defense and who doesn't.
Yeah,
it's one of those things, which I hope the no abilities things goes well. I really do. Because that's something that I would like to see. Because I mean, you can find probably 1,000 sim leagues for Madden, and some of them aren't really sim, and then some of them are close. And I really pride myself on this league being a true sim league, and probably really one of the original actual sim leagues that was made to accurately represent what's going on that you see on your television every Sunday. So. That's what I'm trying to get to. Everybody knows that. So probably going to have a revision, I guess, if you want to call it that, on some of the rules, trying to simplify it a little bit, make it a little bit more easier for folks to follow, instead of having to say, am I breaking the rules or am I not breaking the rules? I get that 8 pages of rules is not exactly ideal. So we'll see.
What's the deal with that Jurdle thing, man?
What does the
Jurdle do to the defense?
So, from my understanding, and I don't know 100% because I personally never used it, the Jurdle will give you basically can't fumble with the quarterback, from what I understand, if you Jurdle. Wow. And if your quarterback is getting hit, say you're running like a power option,
he still has the ability to pitch the ball.
and he can pitch it. Yes.
Like
So
the
if
coach,
you,
so that's what the coach did today when he was running it. He ran it against RJ, and he kind of it made it look like he jumped inside and he pitched the ball at the same time, and the
I
whole
didn't see it,
it
but
looks like the entire defense went with the quarterback and left the running
yeah.
back wide open by like 5-6 yards, and nobody left him untouched.
And you get that AI commitment on that, because, and you got to be careful though, because from regardless, what a jurtle and a hurdle are two different things.
Right.
A jurtle is specifically, from what I understand, and I don't know 100%, so don't quote me on this, but a jurtle, from my understanding, is specifically on option plays,
Okay.
not on anything else. It's specifically on option plays. I don't know for a fact, so maybe somebody out there can fact check me. I'm not sure, but that's kind of what that is, and that it basically prevents your quarterback from fumbling, and then like you said, that AI will commit to them when they do that, because they're making a ball carrier move at that point. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's why that's in there.
Motioning.
Do I know?
Motioning.
The motion thing is going to be, like me and you talked about. Probably if a play has that specific motion, it's legal. I'm not gonna sit there and say, because I know they're adding a bunch of plays into Madden 25 with that motion specifically for your Dolphins, because they do a lot of that.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's built into a play, then it's legal, all's fair. If it's not,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. If it's not built into the play, same motion rules as always. But if it's built into the play, let it eat. It's legal. What were you gonna say?
No, I was saying, so if a person is motioning their wide receiver across the formation and he's outside the tackle, he still has to be set.
Probably, I'm probably going to revise that to where he doesn't need to be set, because as long as he gets outside of the tackles, everything's going to go on that route. The motion thing is more so if he's inside the tackles. Yeah, because if you motion him and you snap it before he gets outside that tackle, he's going to sit back and block. You're going to get an extra blocker.
Right.
So that's what that motion rule's for. So yeah, I mean, motion rule will probably change to, if you motion him, he's got to be outside the tackle before you snap the ball.
Kind of like what we have in LOB.
Do what now?
Like that's the rule that's in LOB.
Yeah, exactly like that rule in LOB. Yeah. Man, I don't want to really jump ship for a minute, but that boy over there in LOB was attacking you the other day, wasn't he?
Oh, you're talking about the Cowboys clown?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But like, why you mad? I don't understand why that fool was mad at me.
I don't know.
He had his own fate. He had his own fate in his own hands, and he lost the game. Now he upset that was the last season. Like, you knew that. We said that at the beginning of the year. If you wanted to be still playing, you should have won your playoff games. Don't be mad at me because you sitting around, with nothing to do, twiddling your thumbs. And I'm like, man, this dude is bugging. Like, he's legit.
That boy's tripping a little bit. I don't even know who he is, but I went in there and I saw that. The funny thing about him is he committed to joining the Dev League like 4 times and never did. So
clown shit, bro. Clown shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna even give this dude the type of energy that I know he won't. I'm not gonna spaz out on him because I don't have no reason to be upset. I'm still playing. I'm still in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? I gotta play. I got the AFC championship game to play. He gotta sit back trying to figure out what he's gonna do with his time. You feel me? Like,
yeah. Here's what I'm hoping. I hope Marge, when he comes, I think he's coming back next season to play.
Yeah.
I hope he gets into the playoffs, man. I really, really hope he gets into the playoffs.
Which league? His league or
no, this one.
That's not happening. That's not happening. That's my dog now. You do know that me and Mars like this.
Oh yeah, I know.
But that's not happening, bro. Not on my watch. Which is why I keep trying to tell him,
stay out of your division.
Stay out of my division, bro. Like, yeah, like I don't want to be Kane. You know what I'm saying?
That was so funny. When you said that shit.
Kane be killing. I don't want to be Kane, man. Don't make me have to be Kane, bro. Like, good Lord.
You and Marge known each other for a while, right?
Yeah. A lot of years, man. And he always want to smoke with me, and I just be like, bro, like, find somebody else, man. Like, come on, bro. Like, there's 31 other people that you can go after. Why me? And he was like, cause I remember, cause when we first started, right, when I first met him, like, it was bad, bro. I mean, I was beating the brakes off of him. You know what I mean? Anytime I saw him, and then he be like, man, this thing runs deep with me, and I was like, bro, you know what I mean? Like, I play to the last 2 minutes, man. I mean, I take knees at the 2 minute one and in the fourth quarter, but if I got an opportunity to score, I'm gonna try to light your ass up. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, okay, well, you know what I'm saying? As long as I get Marge is the type of cat, real talk, like, well, if we play 50 games, it don't matter that I beat you 49 times. It matters that he beat me that one time. You know what I'm saying? And he gonna hold on to that shit, bro. And he gonna make you want to pay him another 50 times to prove to him. You know what I mean? But that's just like that's our thing though. But he like that too. He like that with he like that with you too. You don't know it though. He you know what I'm saying? You don't see him that often, but he don't know if you're a commissioner or you somebody that's prominent in the league. He want to take your biscuit off, bro. Like legitimately. But
So my record against Marge, and I really don't know what it is, but I'm gonna assume I'm on top of that record. I played him one of the last games I played in LOB. I played him, and boy,
he's all in the division.
Us three are all in the same division, but I don't know if I just was having a bad night or if I had too much to drink or what. That boy beat the brake shit off of me, and I'm talking did not let his foot off the gas.
I told you, man.
He messaged me after this fight. He said, "That's for that loss you gave me earlier."
See, he's like a pit bull, man. Once he tastes blood, bro, it's a wrap. And then the next time around, you could drag him all around. You could drag him all across the grass. He ain't gonna care. He gonna still remind you of the fact that I just did the same thing to you not too long ago. Like, all right, bro. All right. So he's what to me, right? And this is like that's like one of the best things about Marge is that like no matter how dire the situation, he gonna always find a positive within it. And then you know what I'm saying, you just kind of be like, okay, I see. Yeah, you built different. I can respect it. I can respect it.
And
stay out my division, Marge, man. We don't need to be doing this brother on brother stuff, bro. Like I got Ant already on my head all the time enough, man. Like I don't need you too. And I don't know what I did to Ant.
I will say this. When I first started joining Madden leagues, because Jackson got me into them. I played Madden, but I never played it competitively like this at all. So Jackson got me into them. LOB was the first one I joined. And that was on PS4. I'm pretty sure I had the Green Bay Packers. And I think it was the Green Bay Packers. Made the playoffs my first year. Man, I was so stoked. I got in that bitch. I was like, yeah, I'm that guy. I made the playoffs. And then I got my shit kicked in by whoever the Seahawks user was, man. I got it was like 67-3 type shit in the
playoffs. Oh man, he took you out back and beat the brakes off you, huh?
I don't even know who that Seahawks user was. I couldn't tell you. I have no idea. But it was on the PS4. So
he put up 60+ points, bro.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. My first ever game in this league, I got skunked 62-0 against Dominique Drummer. Some of our new guys will not know who that is, but Dominique Drummer was in this league and he was good. Now he unfortunately broke many rules and got the boot. But
I'm gonna tell you right now, I shut the system off before I take a zero, bro. I can't do it.
And,
my pride would not. Man, I don't give a damn. Beat me 100-3. I'm gonna have a field goal at least.
So a funny thing, it was my first game in this league, and it was my very first Madden game on the PS5 because I got the PS5 a little bit later than when it came out. It was like probably 6 months or so after it came out. So I was still used to PS4. Little did I know that shit was totally different. Jax told me, he's like, man, you probably want to play a few games before you jump in here and, play a league game. And I was like, it's got it. It's football, man. Nah, fuck that. I got it was like, sure enough, it was like 63-0.
Yeah, it was way different, bro.
Yeah. But I think somebody was talking into the chat a couple of days ago asking, did I make the playoffs with the Colts? I was like, yeah, I made the playoffs with the Colts, man. But I'm a known playoff folder. Nobody knows I was in there, but I was in there. I mean, I'm in there. I don't make no noise, but I'm in there every year for the most part.
I just was trying to figure out, like, cats they be praying for my downfall, and then first thing out their mind be, well, don't say you been there before type of thing, but I was.
Yeah.
It
I've
still
been,
matters. I was.
yeah. I mean, as far as playoff appearances, this is the second time I've missed the playoffs. I'm in there every year.
Right.
Let's see if I can get.
Like, that stuff, that matters. Like, I was just thinking the other day, like, there's only been like one season that I didn't win at least 12 games.
Yeah. The funny thing was, and so me and Jackson work together. So I see him literally every day. We work at the same spot.
That's crazy.
So the running joke between us, especially last year, was I'm gonna start like 2-6 and then win like every single one of my games for the rest of the time. I don't ever like to do make it the easy route where I'd win a couple games. I'm gonna have to win 9-10 in a row to do some shit to get in there.
You always want to put yourself against a crazy obstacle, huh?
Yeah. Which I was thinking I was going to be able to do it this year. Really, I was, because when I came back from my vacations, and I call them vacations, they were work trips.
Yeah.
I had not that much of an opportunity, and then I really screwed that up. But
the thing you needed help too. You needed guys to fall off, and at that time, as you were winning the game, they were still winning the game too. You know what I mean? It wasn't until you lost one, and then I think you took a loss to, who was it?
I lost to the Saints.
There you go.
Lost to the Saints. Yeah. That was the one that really,
yeah.
I lost. It was like 20, 21-14, 28-14, something like that. I did not play well offensively, and he knocked me out. So, which shout out to him. He's in our dev league still, and he's like, we're in week 12 or so. He's like 10-1, 11-2, something in that range. He's showing out in there, which we're getting close to playoff time in there. So we're gonna have our inaugural Super Bowl for that league. So we'll do a little something special for that. I'm gonna try to give those guys a shout out in there. I'm very happy with that. Oh, come on.
What was that?
I was trying to get Jax to come on the pod. Hold on. Get an interview from one of our conference championship guys here. Guess he's not good. He's not going to the casino anymore. So,
okay.
Let's see what else we got going on here. Oh, that's right. I owe the Colts user $10.
Oh, you bet on
I bet on the Seahawks.
Oh, man, you should have the Seahawks pay him instead, because he a donut. I mean, it's one thing to have 3 points, and I had to live with that, but he ain't put up no points.
Yeah, that was surprising to me, because the Seahawks offense is pretty good. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say that his offense ain't good, but
0 points. I got a legitimate excuse. Like, my wife was walking around, she had a whole wet rag on my head, and was, you know what I'm saying? And I was in and out of it. I don't know what his excuse was, but I mean, and not to knock the Cowboys, but like, he's not that dude like that. Like, but you know, that rivalry is about to be renewed between him and the Raiders in Madden 25, because
they're in the same division.
Yeah.
He started with the Chargers this year, didn't he?
That's another upset, right?
Which one?
The Raiders.
Yeah. That was a big upset.
Mine would be That one was bigger because he was like the 2 seed, right?
Yeah, Raiders was 2 seed. So
Yeah.
you had Jackson at the 1 seed, Raiders at the 2 seed, and I'm telling you, man, there's something about this playoffs. Typically, you can kind of guess, who's going to take what and who's going to win what games. You can kind of figure out who's going to be there in the end. I'm going to tell you, everybody's bracket was busted after the wild card round.
Yep.
I mean, it was. All right, so
what happened to the Raiders?
So here we go. So Jackson's not coming on tonight, but he said he will give us an interview if he wins the Super Bowl.
Oh.
he said he watching TV right now. He ain't gonna do shit.
Oh, okay.
Hold on 1 second.
Life of a single man. When that baby girl do?
Baby girl is due September the 1st. So we're actually going tomorrow for a 3D ultrasound. I'm really excited for that.
Nice.
Apparently that's supposed to be like some cool shit. I don't know.
Yeah, because you get to really see kind of up close and personal. You know what I'm saying? What your baby look like.
Yeah, that's
the nose, the eyes, the whole facial structure is there at this point. You know what I'm saying? You really get to see them.
That's what my wife was telling me. She's like, I mean, you're basically looking at your baby without it being, here yet. And because, we have the regular ultrasound stuff and man, that, you can't really tell a whole lot about that. But she said the 3D ultrasound is like really legit. Like you can actually see what the baby's kind of going to look like.
Yep, for sure.
But we're getting close. We're getting real close, man.
She in major nesting mode.
Oh,
you got the nursery done?
Close. So the walls have been painted. The closet's been redone. The only thing we got to get in there now is all the furniture.
Oh, okay.
So we spent, I think it was 2 weekends ago, Jackson came over and helped me. We redid the closet, painted the walls, everything, man. It was
nice.
I never thought I'd say it, but I got a pink wall in my house, brother. Got one pink wall. So it's one pink wall. And then like the other 3 are like a cream color almost. So
okay.
We went to Lowe's.
So you did an accent wall.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. So, and so we put it pink and she wants to put like some boards over that. Okay. And then I'll have to take a picture of it when it's all done just to show you kind of what I'm talking about because I can't really explain it very well. But it's a cool concept, man. My wife has an eye for that stuff. It's crazy. She's good at that kind of thing. She kind of tells me what she wants and I make it happen.
Yeah, well, yeah. She's get it done.
Yeah. I know this has nothing to do about the league, but I'm kind of going to talk for just a second about it, man. The pregnancy food stuff is wild. Like, there's just certain things now she can't eat. She can't eat it. I mean,
that's the baby.
Bacon.
That's the baby. That's the baby not liking it.
Yeah. I cooked breakfast last night for dinner. Some bacon, eggs, pancakes, and she texted me this morning when she got to work. She said, "Charlotte, this is my baby girl's name." Yeah. She said, "Charlotte don't like bacon." She said, "I puked it all up this morning." Yeah. So.
Yeah, my wife had a lot of weird food issues too. So much so that she's supposed to gain weight. She lost a lot of weight over the course of all 3 pregnancies, which was a lot concerning a lot of times. But we got through it. It's just like my kids, even today, they're picky eaters, especially my boys.
Yeah. How old are they?
Kevin is 27 and Isaiah's 25.
Gotcha. So Isaiah, me and Isaiah, same age.
Same age. Yeah. Wait, when you turn 26?
I turn February 28th.
Yeah, he turns 26 next month.
So he's a little bit older than me.
Yeah, 13. He's 13.
I was born in 1999.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So in which I will say to the losing weight thing, when she first got pregnant, she was so sick, had that bad sickness, and she lost 10, 15 pounds just not being able to eat and throwing up a lot. So that kind of worried me a little bit, but we've kind of gotten past that now.
She's not anemic, is she?
So funny you say that. when she was 18, 19 years old, she was admitted into the hospital and had a blood transfusion for anemia. We
Wow.
were hiking one day, and she started feeling weak and stuff, and I literally carried her back from the trail to the car, and then she got admitted to the hospital the next day.
Wow.
So yeah, she had a little bit of that going on when she was younger. I don't think it's a problem anymore. She hasn't had issues with it in a long time. So hopefully that stays at bay.
Wow. Okay. It's exciting times, man.
We're excited, man.
Yeah, becoming a parent, man, is one of the most rewarding things you can be awarded with doing with your life, and it's enjoy it, enjoy
Yep.
it.
Yeah. We're
Each and every time you decide to do it, you know what I mean. It's different.
yep.
Never the same. You know,
Yeah.
that's part of the part about it that makes it the most fun is the fact that every time you go through it, it's different. There are certain similarities of different things, but for the most part, kids are even different. The experience is different. You know what I mean? It's it's worth it.
We're. I mean, I'm talking over the moon. We're excited. Which we've been together for 10 plus years. I mean, we started dating when I was 15.
Oh, wow, okay.
So it's been
That's your sophomore year,
uh
going
yeah,
into your junior year.
yeah, my sophomore year, she was a freshman.
Okay,
So
high school sweethearts.
we've been married now for 2 years.
Shit, man, that's what's up.
Yeah.
I'm a
So
big proponent of marriage, man. I will have 34 years in November, so
eh, congratulations.
yeah. I wanted to kill her. I wanted to kill her every day for about 25 of them, but I like my freedom. I ain't built for prison, so
Let's see here. Let's transfer back over for a minute.
yeah. What else you got?
Let's see. So it looks like Colts and Titans will be tomorrow,
Mm-hmm.
and then obviously Giants Bears Sunday.
Sunday.
Yep. So that's that.
What's funny?
What's that?
That's how it happens in the NFL. Well,
Yeah.
he uses on
Saturday,
Saturday,
Sunday.
and yeah.
I do want to touch on this a little bit. So the Hall of Fame, probably going to look, not obviously we've already picked teams for 25, but for 26, probably not going to do if you're in the Hall of Fame, you get to pick whatever team you want. Probably
Okay.
going to start you off with, and I don't know exactly, but maybe some more devs, like get 2 extra devs, something like that. Give you a perk for being there.
Right.
But I kind of see the point that a lot of people was making that, when you do that with, they can pick whatever team they want, you're going to give a guy who's got a resume that's already a mile long, you're going to give them one of the best teams in the league.
Right.
Yeah. So I can see where that can become an issue. So probably for 26, I'm going to change that, and then I may do another Hall of Fame induction before 25 drops. So maybe at the conclusion of next season, we might induct somebody else into the Hall of Fame and see. Probably going to be.
Ain't nobody got a better resume than me. Unless Jax win another one this year. Other than that, who else?
He's already in, though.
He's already in. So who else? I'm next. Let's go. Let's get it. I'm just playing.
He's making his case right now.
I'm just saying, like.
If it makes you feel better, I voted for you. Yeah, but I mean, as far as inductees, I mean, it would be you. Jax would be in the conversation.
Giants been in the Super Bowl.
Giants would be in that conversation.
But you have to at least you would have to at least won one, right?
That's one of the
really be considered.
Yeah. So as far as players who's won one, Hurton has, obviously he's in. RJ has won 4. He's in. Giants users won 1. And then
they won that one last year.
Yeah, he won it with the Dolphins in year 2 of 23.
Well, gotcha. Okay.
And then you've won one,
Yeah,
and then the Texans user won 2 this year. But
that dude's a clown, though.
Yeah, he ain't coming back.
No.
I'll give him props for going back to back, but he ain't coming back to the league.
Yeah.
So those are your users who've won one. We could have a different, Super Bowl winner this year if Colts or Bears win.
Right.
So if you win, you're automatically, in the conversation for the Hall of Fame. And then obviously I'll do it the same way. I'll only induct one user this time instead of 2. But we'll see. I mean, I think it's something interesting to do. I think it gives everybody, a reason to keep playing too. You get that Hall of Fame.
Let's see who the no abilities king is. See what you young whippersnappers got.
I got my predictions. I'm gonna keep them to myself until next year, but I got my predictions.
Yeah.
What else, man? You got anything you want to add in?
Nah, man. I think I stirred the pot and hit the hornet's nest enough. Yeah. I know my name gonna continue to be circulated to some degree. I might have said some things that ruffle people's feathers, but I mean, I'm just and I call it like it is, man. It is, and it is what it is,
Yeah.
You labeled it correctly. It's the year of upsets.
Yeah.
I got knocked out, but I got knocked out by a guy that is, saying in my division that I know he's a Super Bowl guy. You feel me? He won one before, so I can take that one on the chin. I ain't losing somebody that ain't did nothing at all. You feel me? So we are not the same.
He's looking at a few of y'all out there. I'm just saying.
Not the same.
Y'all go with him. Don't go with me. He said it, not me. Oh man, we'll see, man. It's been a very interesting playoffs. Probably one of the most interesting playoffs we've had up to this point. So
right. I like it, man. I like it. It keeps everything fresh.
It keeps it fresh. I think, and
the coach
correct me if I'm wrong.
A bunch of shit.
But Bears, this is his first NFC Championship appearance, right?
Yeah.
So, and then obviously Colts on the other side. So we got 2 guys who ain't been there before. So we'll see.
Well, it's gonna be interesting, man.
But I do want to end it with this. Obviously, the copy of Madden 25 is up for grabs to the winner of the Super Bowl. Whoever wins it, you get that copy. I want to thank everybody for being the community that we're building here has been wonderful. And, we talk a lot of shit to each other, but I think pretty well everybody's cool with each other, and we hem-haw back and forth, all that good stuff. So appreciate that. If anybody wants to create content for the league as far as a podcast or a show, something of that nature, you're free to do it. Let me know that you're going to do it, and I will post it for you on the YouTube page. So anybody can do what me and Ballgame are doing right now. Don't call it around the league, obviously. Call it something else. But anybody's welcome to do it. Any suggestions that you have for me going forward on, things that we can change rule wise, if you have any suggestions, let me know. Hit me in my DM, something like that. But I truly believe this is one of the best leagues in Madden. I'll stand 10 toes on it. I don't think there's much better than what we got going on here. So appreciate all of y'all. Again, the Dev League, touch on that for a second. The Dev League's going wonderful. Having some growing pains in there with turnover in there. So a lot of randoms coming in, losing, leaving, that kind of thing. I am officially going to take over as the head commissioner of that league for the next season.
Oh, wow.
To get the recruiting and try to build a core base in there. We have a good, 10, 12 users in there who are good guys who are going to stick around. So I'm just trying to find that core. The main goal, and what's up?
What happened to that other gentleman you say you spoke with who had a lead? He had about.
He's still there. He's still there. Yeah, he's still going to be a commissioner.
No. The guy that you said you meant that he has a league, but he's lost some players, and he was going to be bringing them over to the Dev League. Remember you said he was acquiring another one?
Yeah. So he's the head commissioner in there right now, and he brought his guys over. and he
Oh,
still
okay. All right.
So he still runs that league where he brought some of his guys over. So me and him kind of had a miscommunication, if you would, on what that league exactly was, and I wasn't 100% clear on that. So I took full ownership of that.
Okay.
He thought that he was coming into a league that was already established, wasn't new, and it was. That league has been running for like a month now,
Right.
if that. So, me and him spoke about it. It wasn't fair to him to put him, into that position to where he was having to recruit heavily to figure that out. At the end of the day, that's my baby. I need to get that right before I can hand that off to somebody else. Eventually, I'm going to hand it off to somebody else and let them run it full time.
Right.
But right now, I'm gonna take over the head commissioner role of that and try to recruit and get the right guys in there. So if any of y'all out there know somebody who's looking to join our community who wants to be a part of this, let me know. We'll get them in that dev league. And honestly, might be looking at even rebranding that and naming it. Obviously, keeping the RTTSB name, but I don't want that league to be looked at as a lesser league. I want it to be taken just as seriously as this league is.
Right.
So, at the end of the day, I want 64 users who are stable and chat actively, kind of like what we do. I mean, the chat pops off in RTTSB every day from 7 a.m. till 1 o'clock in the morning. There's somebody in there always chatting, and that's what I want in that other league as well. So it's one of those things where you're going to have growing pains. You got to get through that. You got to find your core, your core users and everything like that. And at the end of the day, I want it to be, if this league, RTTSB stable, so we got 32, and hopefully we don't have any turnover for Madden 25, but that's just unrealistic, really. So if somebody was to leave, then we'll pull from there. But also, I want 32 users in there who ain't going nowhere either.
Understandable.
And hopefully we can get some people in there who kind of create content for that league, just kind of like what we're doing here, instead of me and you just kind of touching on it in 10 minutes of this episode like that. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. Our head commissioner in there is not going anywhere. He's still going to be a commissioner in the league. I'm just going to kind of take over trying to get recruiting going.
Gotcha.
At a faster pace and it's tough this time of year, man, just because you're at the end of the season.
Yep.
Into the Madden cycle. Looking back on it, I probably shouldn't have started that till next year, but here we are. So we're going to see what happens.
Well, it still gives those guys something to do, and there's a different level of appreciation that comes with somebody putting in effort to still try to keep something like that going for them.
Yeah.
To be able to, so
and
they'll appreciate it.
That league is, I mean, we've got users in there, man, who are grade A. I mean, really, they are. And all of the guys that head commissioner brought over from his league have been nothing but great. It's the randoms that we get in there from those recruiting chats that don't know how to read the rules, and then they get their butt kicked, and then they leave.
The surprising thing is that's a standard thing everywhere. People just show up, and the last thing they do is read the rules until they break one of them, and then it's pointed out, and it's like, well, did you read the rules? No, this was and we have guys in RTTSB that do that.
Yep.
So
I think we've finally gotten to that stage of this league where the 32 that we have, barring something tragic happening, is the 32 that we're going to have for most of 25. I don't really see anybody in RTTSB leaving for any reason. I really don't, barring any major rule breaks or something like that. I just don't see it. I think we got a good core 32 in here, and I'm looking forward to 25 with that, not having to worry about, oh, is this guy going to leave or are we going to have to replace somebody? I think we've got that good 32 in there now. And now I can focus, a lot of recruiting energy on that other one and get that one that way too. So I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be something that's a work in progress, and,
you got tired.
So an interesting development in that league. So the Colts user in RTTSB, he's one of my admins now in the dev league. So brought him on, and I brought him on.
Mr. Newcomb, right?
Oh yeah, Mr. Newcomb. I told him I need some box seats to one of those Oklahoma games or something.
He'll invite you out for family and friends.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
but main thing we're going to be looking at in that league is chat activity, and then obviously trying to move the randoms out and get guys that are in there who are wanting to be a part of the community. That's what
Right.
we're about. So, but yeah, if you don't have anything else, I think we might end it here, man.
That's it, man. Got to go over here and get a W.
I hear you, brother. Well, I'll tell you what, guys. Appreciate you watching us. We'll see you after the Super Bowl.
Y'all be good.